The new Hello Sunshine Stamp TV kit contains fun summer images for all kinds of stamping techniques. Paper piecing is one of my favorite techniques for larger line art images. And when you combine the cute flip-flops image with the Hello Sunshine pattern paper pack, you'll get a summer card that's sure to please. Let me show you the tools and products you need to create this card. First, you're going to need some stamps, and I'm using the clear stamp set of Hello Sunshine, the flip-flop images, and the thank you greeting. Then you're going to need some pattern papers, and I've chosen a couple of the pattern papers from the Hello Sunshine pattern paper pack, along with some cardstock from the kit. And this happens to be the blue that's in the kit, and then I also have a card base made from the 120-pound heavy base weight white that's also in the kit. You're also going to need a quickie glue pen or some sort of glue, but I really like the glue pen for doing the paper piecing technique on any kind of image that has little indentations and things like these flip-flops, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. Then you're going to need some good sharp scissors, and I'm using my Cutter Bee scissors. I'm using some Memento Tuxedo Black ink, some mono adhesive, and some 1/4-inch pop dots. So to begin, I'm going to stamp the flip-flop image on this small piece of white cardstock. And I'm going to do that using some of the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. There we go. And then I'm going to also stamp that same image onto some of this blue swirly pattern paper. And this is the Carnival Blue pattern paper. It matches the Carnival Blue cardstock, the layering weight cardstock that's in the kit. And I'm going to stamp that right there like that. Now I'm going to cut out parts of these flip-flops, and I'm going to show you how for the other flip-flop I have to actually cut it into two separate pieces. Get that out of the way because I can use this piece for another pair later. Okay, so I'm going to go around here, and I'm not going to worry too much about the little top part of the flip-flop there. I just want to make sure I get the whole sole of the shoe here, or the bottom of the shoe. And then I'm going to cut these little parts out. And if you have good sharp scissors, it won't be a problem to get around those tight areas like that. See? Just like that. And I'm also going to cut these parts out as well. And I just want to be a little bit careful when I get to this section right here. I have to be a little careful. You might want to come down this way next. It's kind of tricky cutting this one out, but once you do, it really makes a cute card. See, that piece dropped out there. And I'm going to go real carefully around here, keeping the rest of that intact. And then you can cut this piece off here so you can get in a little bit easier. And then that last little bit. And again, with the sharper scissors, you can kind of turn your hand and turn the piece, leaving the scissors kind of positioned there, and it'll go right around. There we go. You can see now that's going to fit right in there like that. Isn't that neat? All right, I'm going to cut this other one out, and then I'll show you how to make the rest of the card. Now that I have my pieces cut out, I'm going to glue them onto this white part of the cardstock using my Quickie glue pen. I'm just going to run a little bit of glue around these areas. And with the Quickie glue pen, it starts off blue, but once it dries clear, so you don't have to worry about any of that blue showing anywhere. You just want to make sure you get into those tight little pieces, tight little areas, so that the pieces stay laying down. I'm going to lay that on the back. And there's one. And now I'm going to do the front part, and you can see I had to cut this one out in 2 pieces. So I'll put the front part on first. Let me move that a little bit. There we go. Like that. And then the back part. You can have all kinds of fun with these. You can color the other parts in with a Sakura glitter pen or anything you want. Be really cute. There we go. And there's the back part of that flip-flop. So there I have the cute little pair of flip-flops there. And then I'm going to mount this whole piece onto a little piece of the Carnival Blue cardstock. There we go. Now for my greeting, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to take 2 quarter sheets of cardstock. I have a white sheet and I have a Carnival Blue sheet. And I'm going to use my paper cutter because I want to create a cool angle. And I want to show you how to do this and still keep a nice even border on both sides. So you have 2 quarter sheets of cardstock. These both measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches, and you should pile them up together like that so that they're even. Then, using your paper cutter, just hold the cardstock a little bit on an angle like that, and then press down and cut. Now, the next step is to create a very even border between the two. Make sure that they're lined up at the top, and make sure you have a nice even border like that. See, that's the same all the way down. Now you're going to slip that into your paper cutter, and you're going to cut another angle like that. Now when you take those 2 pieces, now if you slide that over a little bit, you'll get 2. Let me move this out of the way so I can show you. When you put these pieces together now, you can center it, and you'll get 2 even borders going down. So let's tape those together. You want to make sure that they're even on the front. And all the way down like that. Then I'm going to take this piece of polka dot paper, and I'm going to position that onto the polka dot paper so that this border is even with this side, and this is hanging over. As long as that's pressed up nice and even against that piece of paper. I think I'll move that down just a little bit. So that's even on that side. There we go. And then I'm going to just trim off this little edge, and you can do that with your scissors or your paper cutter. But there we go. I have that cool looking little sketch. Now on that, I'm going to stamp my greeting. But I'm going to line up my flip-flops where I want them, and then I'm going to stamp the greeting in the space that's left behind. Make sure you line up your image first so that you don't stamp too far over in either direction. I'm going to put that one right about there. It's a nice rugged greeting for summertime. And now before I assemble that piece on, I'm going to attach this to a layer of Carnival Blue. That's a fun way to add a greeting. Doesn't require anything more than a paper cutter, which is great because most of us card makers and scrapbookers have those. And then I'm going to attach this whole panel to my card base. And this is just a folded 120-pound white card base. Like that. And now I'm going to add my cute little flip-flops using some of those 1/4-inch pop dots. It's good to use those if you have a couple little layers that you're going over. This way it pulls the whole thing evenly off of the surface of the card and allows for the extra bulk to run underneath that panel. These are easy little cards. You could make a whole gift set of these and give these to somebody. It'd be so quick. There we go. And there is my finished card. Try this technique with bright, bold colors for feminine cards, and try using the masculine papers in the Casual Friday pattern paper pack to create the same card with a more masculine feel.